Okay, hello everyone. Yes, this is Coach MoFaul.com. I'm actually inside today, and the last few times I've been broadcasting from outdoors, and today I am going to come live to you from my office studio. Let's see if I can get that situated right, get my shirt together. Welcome to the Mo Faul, Coach Mo Faul movie studios. We're actually recording podcasts. Hey, if you haven't seen the Kathy and Mo podcast at kathyandmo.com, jump in, jump on. Hello, Patty, how you doing? I do a lot of stuff out there, folks, so please check it out. There's a great podcast I do with Kathy Caprino. kathyandmo.com. Check it out. And I want to always remind you of my favorite saying, everything always works out for me. Today's blog, today's newsletter, and if you're not following me and get my newsletter on Motivational Monday, come on to mofaul.com and sign up for the updates every single week. Start your week, start your Monday with some motivation. And this week, I went a little deep. I decided that it was time for a little depth in the good old newsletter and blog. And I want to teach you how to erase tension and conflict and have things go your way. I know, what am I holding back for? Why haven't I talked about this before? What am I doing not telling you these things? So, I have a secret for you. I have a tool for you. And I am eager to teach it to you. So let's first start off with the problem. Hello, Julian, how you doing? The problem is that at work and in life, but since I'm a career coach, I'm going to focus on at work. Hello there. Because at work, we play out all the dramas of our life, all of the templates and the mind games that are in there, they all come out at work. Every single one of them. Hey, thanks there for the, you look amazing. Love it. Send me some love. I love it. It's a lonely world behind this camera. Thank you. All right, so we have our dramas in our head. We have our dramas playing out all around us. And funny thing is, we tend to attract to our lives, to our work lives, as well, things that match up with some of our limiting beliefs. As an example, my dad had a very high trucking executive career when I was a little girl, and he was on the road all the time. We moved like 6 times before I was in 6th grade, and we were on the go. I didn't really see my dad that often. When I did see him, he was the disciplinarian, and he was busy with work. Now I understand it, but as a young child, I wasn't quite sure where I ranked with him and whether he recognized who I was and, you know, my awesomeness as a young girl. So I brought that unmet need of wanting recognition for my dad to work. And it played out all the time. And if you're in one of my courses, you're going to hear a lot about this because it's something that we all bring to the workplace. And when I uncovered it, when I found out that my unmet need was showing up as bad action in the corporate environment, I took a step back. But today I'm going to teach you how to relieve that, how to have better outcomes, and how to basically reprogram your brain. Everyone up for that? We're going to do some of that. And I'm going to take you through a bit of a visualization. So if you're driving or at your work and your keyboard, could you just kind of flip around, pull off if you're driving? I've got a 5-minute visualization for you today that pretty much is going to alter how things go for you if you use it. I'm at my desk waiting on you. All right, it's coming. It's coming your way. All right, so I want you to recognize either a big meeting you have this week, or maybe later today, or someone you might be in conflict with. And I want you to visualize that scene in your mind's eye right now. Either the scene of the meeting, oh my goodness, low battery. Hang on, folks, I might have to put some plug in here. So visualize that scene. Again, either a conflict that you have at work. Do it. Let's keep it to work because I don't want to get too heavy. I'm certainly not a mental health therapist, and I'm definitely not a marriage therapist. But some conflict you have, as I come back and plug my phone in, some conflict you have at work or a big meeting that you want a super duper outcome. All right, visualize that in your mind's eye, and I'm going to do this with you. So when you visualize that in your mind's eye, I want you to take a couple of deep breaths, and I want you to get that scene or that person's face. If it's someone you have conflict with, get that scene or that person's face really bright in your mind's eye. Really picture that person. Really picture that meeting, and you are rocking it. All right, you got that image? I want you to color it. I want you to color that image as vividly and as brightly as you can, and I want you to imagine that entire meeting or that entire person's face covered in a white light. White, bright light. Again, you're in your mind's eye and you're visualizing. Let's just pick that meeting for a second so I don't have to keep going back and forth. So I want you to put in your mind's eye that meeting, make it really bright and vivid, like it's in HD and you're sitting there in this meeting and everything's going perfectly well. Then I want you to bathe that entire scene in a bright white light. Bright white light. The whole thing, just like the biggest spotlights are shining on it. The biggest spotlights are shining. Hey, Yasmin. All right, bright spotlights are shining on that scene of that meeting going fantastically well. Fantastic. You're having the best outcome. Everything you say is going perfectly well. People are responding to you with eagerness and happiness. They're nodding their heads. They're smiling. And picture each of the people in that meeting with this bright white light surrounding their face and surrounding their entire head and body. I want you to really get that image very bright and very white. And I want that white, bright light to almost be pulsating, that there's movement in it. And I want you to feel awesome. Everything is going perfectly well. Everything is going better than you expected. The things that you thought were going to be conflict, you found the right words. People got greater insight. It really works out in the meeting, exactly how you want to be. And again, that bright white light. And I want you to feel awesome. Feel how you feel when things go your way. When things go exactly how you want them. How do you feel? When you get that promotion, when you get that new car, when you get that relationship that you really always wanted, when you have that wonderful dinner, when you run that half marathon exactly as the time that you wanted, how do you feel? Bring that awesome feeling to light while you're visualizing that white, bright light of things going perfectly well in that meeting. You're feeling awesome. You're feeling strong. You're in your genius zone. You are alive and happy and really going for it. And I want you to breathe in a few times in that scene with the white, bright light and you feeling awesome. Breathe in. Breathe in, and out. Nice deep breaths. And if you were able to go into that scene really deeply, just come on back into the room. Come on back onto my Periscope. And I'd love to have you guys chat a little bit. Give me a little chat on there as to how that felt. Did you win the contract in the meeting? Did you change the conflict and the disagreement that you expect to talk about in that meeting? How did things go for you there? I want you to do that again. I want you to do that again. That was great. Awesome. Way to go. Glad you dug in and went for it. That's what it is all about. So what you just did was a visualization using the power and the energy of white light energy, which represents the energy of love. And the thing that we don't do enough at work is that we don't bring enough love. How often should this be done? You can do this as often as you have time to, and then watch the outcome in a meeting. Yes, go ahead, Yasmin, ask a question. I'd be happy to entertain a question here. Today I can see the comments on the bottom of the screen. Sometimes, I don't know, I just can't see them. So go ahead and ask a question. When you bring white light energy into any scene in your imagination, you're bringing love energy. And you're automatically in the unified field in which we all exist. And hey, folks, we might be connected here on Periscope or on the internet. Maybe you're my Facebook group. Hey, hashtag Career Love in Facebook. We are getting it on with career stuff. Wherever you think you're connecting with other folks, believe you me, we are all on a unified field. And when we attach that love energy, that bright white light, that signifies love energy, it really diffuses. It was really deep for me. Grateful. Thanks, Coach. Hey, all right, Patty. Way to go. Hey, Yasmin, if you wanted to ask a question, please feel free to put it up there. Happy to answer your question. Would love to, actually. Okay, you have lots of people, lots of ideas about love, energy, white light, etc. Does this? Yes, does this? Remain free from religion. Absolutely. So we don't get into religion here at Coach Mo Faul at mofaul.com. We don't get into religion. I'm just talking pure quantum physics. I'm talking pure energy. Everyone for centuries has known that there's energy that's in the space that we can't see. I'm so glad you're pleased. Way to go, Yasmin. I'm so glad too. We are all connected in the unified field. It's a quantum physics reality. We don't talk about it a lot because I don't know that a lot of people have words to talk about it. But we're all connected. And when you use your mental energy and that vision of that love energy, that positive flow energy, call it what you will, it's high energy. That white bright light is high energy. How are we connected? We are connected by energy. So I could get way into it. Well, we could call it through love, but we are really energetically all connected on the unified plane. So we're all both physical and non-physical. And check me out on my website. Maybe you can find one of my videos. I actually get into this more in my courses and in my coaching. Yeah, check me out. I really, really have a strong foundation in making sure that we all are connected to who we are inside at a very deep level. Call it your soul, just call it your energy source, whatever that is. Once you tap into your brilliance there, you can send all kinds of positive, affirming energy to others. And when you create visualizations, high-powered energy visualizations in your mind, and you have good heart energy and good white bright energy that you're putting into that visualization, you are actually beginning to create your future. You're creating future visualizations that when you feel great and you believe and you know, you will step into them. And on my blog today at mofaul.com/blog, a couple of people who've gone through my courses, who've done some of these things, a woman who was going into a meeting who gave this, once we visualized, we step into them. Yeah, you just keep visualizing, and then when you have that situation, you're going to step into it with a whole different energy and a whole different vibe, and things are going to work more in concert with you and what you expect the outcome to be. You got to believe it, and I'm telling you, it will. So a woman who was in my courses last year, she did a meeting. She thought this is a form of mentalism on myself. Yes, pretty much, if you want to call it that, a form of mentalism on yourself. Sure, absolutely. So when you create a vision, create a visualization of an outcome, but I want you to add your own feeling state, your own awesomeness feeling state, because that's important. It can't just be mental. And I also want you to add the energy visual, because you have to add. I am actually writing a book. I've got things downloaded. Go grab my 11 lessons on my website at mofaul.com. That's kind of a lot of fun, and it's a little bit about what I teach and how things roll in my courses. So anyway, once you get the feelings and the white, bright energy and the mental visualization, you got to add all of that to it. And then you have to have knowing. You know that you have just created something better for your future. So it's either a meeting, All right, check me out. It's either for a meeting or for someone that you're having a conflict with and you want things to go better. You bathe them in that white light in your mind's eye and you think about them with pure heart-centered energy, and things are going to go better. Once we're all connected by energy, you believe we might help on others, another state doing that. Patty, give me a little bit more. Not sure I totally get where you're coming from, so just feel free to send another little text there so I can make sure I address what you're talking about. Anyway, when we connect with that energy, that heart-centered energy, and we visualize white bright and we feel awesome, we can't feel fear or conflict with whatever's in our mind. We have to feel love. And I've had folks do this in my courses. They have conflict with someone at work and they do this exercise, and when they go back to work and they go talk to that person or interact with that person, things are different. And what I can tell you is, when we put an intention out there and we basically create our future in our mind, again, a feeling state inside and that white bright energy, it connects us to love energy. It connects us to possibilities, to our higher self. It's the way to be. It's the way to go. It's the way to approach anything. Even getting in your car, driving home at night. Visualize yourself getting home safely. Visualize yourself surrounded in white light energy. And see where your mind goes. See what kind of great things you think of when you're actually in that state. It's the best place to be. It's the best place to solve problems, to make decisions, to show up at meetings, to ask your boss for anything, promotion, raise, or just to handle anything. Get into that state. All right, folks. Patty, I think you were maybe going to type in a little bit something more if you had a further question. I didn't quite get your comment earlier. So if you have something more for clarity, I'd be happy to answer that question. Okay, folks, so on this Periscope, you went through a very nice visualization. Feel free to pop on over to Periscope again. As soon as I'm finished with this, it'll be on Periscope, searchable for 24 hours. That's it. And then my team actually helps you by saving the Periscope and making it available on my YouTube channel. So lots of places to get access to the stuff I do. It's Facebook at Coach Mo Faul. It's Periscope. It's Facebook group, private group. We can talk about career love, hashtag career love. Ask to join. Sign up for my newsletter at mofaul.com. YouTube at Coach Mo Faul. Find out as much as you can about really avoiding tension and conflict by going through this. Yes, I am in Florida. I am indeed in nice, sunny, bright, hot Florida. We are into summer already. Oh, you're in Georgia. All right. Hello up north. All right, guys. Have a blessed week. Enjoy your visualizations. Hey, why don't you pop over onto Career Love at Facebook or at my Coach Mo Faul Facebook and let me know how this went for you. I would love to hear from you. It's a little bit of a one-way street here on Periscope, but I would love to hear from you. Next week, I'll be here again at 12 noon Eastern Daylight Savings Time, and we'll see you next week. Have a motivational Monday and a fantastic week. See you next time.